Hello everyone. Today I'm back with another devlog of making Game of War. I did one last time adding the tank the player can make and the enemy one. Now I've added a few things since then, which like a money bar and a back button, which the money bar, you have to have money to spawn units. And the back bar is there because now if you destroy the enemy's base, it's just destroyed. Let's just spawn in a tank. I'm going to spawn in a few more units. Now I can spawn another tank and a few more units. While my guys destroy their base. Now, their base is gone. Before, it would have taken us back to the title screen, but that's not happening. Instead, they're huddled up and starting to look weird. So if I click the back button, that brings us back to here, the title screen. Now, I want to add something like a unit. Like the tank, it has a turret, but I don't want it to move to attack the enemy's base. I want it to be a stationary turret you can build to defend from the enemies. I already have the sprite ready here. So, I'm gonna make it slightly smaller. Now, right now in the game, it does absolutely nothing. Because it's not being told to do anything, it's just there. Now, that's because it has no behaviors. Now, I'm going to add the turret behavior. And I'm going to add a shot. So, here, I'm going to draw it in a 10 by 3. So, white. Now, we want this and that. Now, if we make this back to its regular size again, now it just stays there. So I'm going to give it the bullet behavior so it actually shoots. And I'm going to drag it down here with the other bullet. Now, I'm going to add the event system. On start of layout. And the, where is it? Tower 1 on shoot. Now the tower 1 on shoot, it will spawn the bolt, which is the bullet it shoots. Now on the start of layout, it will add object to target, which will be enemy 1, and I will do another one. which is the tank. Now, when the bolt is colliding with enemy 1, enemy 1 will die, and bolt will die. Now, if the bolt is colliding with the tank, however, the bolt will bounce off and that I'm just going to put it into destroying the tank instead of just bouncing off. Now, right now, it's backwards. And it has ridiculous range, so I'm going to drag this down to here, 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 and drag this down to here. Also, where's the tank bullet? Drag it down here. It has a ridiculous range. Also, I have to flip it. Does this just not spawn units? Okay, it does, and look, they immediately get destroyed. That's not because it's buffed or anything. That's because it has a ridiculous range that it can snipe them. I'm going to change that range to that. And the rate of fire, which means if we drag in a ton of them and a tank in the center for why not, and load in, makes it so that they snipe everything real fast too. Now I'm gonna make this 2.1 because I wanted to fire fast, but not that fast. So boing, boing, and there. So the turret's fine. Now, but yet again, there's no way to get it. Now, if you've watched the last one, you know how I got the tank to be able to be placed. So I'm gonna do that again. I got to clone it. So now, drag this to here, slightly enlarging it, and delete its turret thing. Now, we have to add the touch on tap object, which is this. Then it will spawn the tower. Now I am going to add another behavior, which is drag and drop. I'm also going to add another thing, which is just for lock in place. So tower 1, 1 drop, and its drag and drop will set to be disabled. So now I can't drag it around, but I can spawn more. And is this going to spawn anything? Now, right now it doesn't cost any money or anything. Also, you can just spawn kill them with 1,000 towers. Just place here. Which I cannot fix right now, because that, for some reason, destroys the pathfinding. Of things, for some reason. And I don't know why. I'm going to add another progress bar, which is going to be turret count, which is going to be really big. No, this big right here. Maximum 5. Right here. And I'm going to have one of these shrink. Turn off this and turn off this. And okay. Well, I'm going to delete that. Delete. So I'm going to clone. One sec, there's a problem with this. Drag and drop and a turret. Okay. Now this. And start of layout. This. Now, one thing I will do is I have to do something. I'm going to add a global variable, which is tower count. Now, that is the same thing slash name as the progress bar here. I'm going to show you why in a second. Tower 1, add action. System, add 2, tower count by 1. There also has to be compare. Money count has to be greater or equal to 50. And the tower count has to be less than 5. Now, over here, I'm going to have 0. So every pretty much millisecond, this set turret count to this variable. Done. Now, going to delete this. I'm going to save up for a turret. Now, hopefully the enemy doesn't spawn anything. I'm going to create a guide to deal with that. Do I have enough? Yes, so I can place one. I think I have enough for another. Why isn't he shooting? Why isn't he shooting? Oh, right. One sec. I have to bring one of these. Predictive aim. Going to get all the way down with all the other sprites. Now, I'm going to save up again. I'm going to have to counter that guy with one of mine. Can I get? Yes, I can. So, pew. He kills enemies. Great. So, we created a building. So, you can make an impenetrable wall. And look, I can't drag them. Wait, I can't get any more. It's because I'm at the max towers. Oh, so that works. Also, I'm going to spam out a bunch of units and a few tanks. I think a good amount of regular guys is always good. Because they are faster. But they can get run over. And they're incredibly cheap. It is a 1-for-1 if they collide with enemies. With enemy guys. So we just kind of destroyed the enemy's base. Well, so we have a building and 2 units. I think that'll be good for this devlog. Anyway, that'll be it. Bye, everyone!